I'm glad that the era has passed where we would take a 2000s pop hit and pitch it down and slow it down and use it as a terrifying score for a trailer. Because you know somewhere Mariah Carey is sitting by, standing by, like, tag me in. Come on, just tag me in. Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood already did it. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. Obsession. I just got out of the theater from seeing Obsession. It's a new supernatural horror thriller from the Blumhouse crew, directed by Curry Baker, who I think he only has one other film to bat. He made his name for uploading a huge horror YouTube short that he put that up, got a lot of following, got a lot of hits from it, and then he subsequently, each time he's now becoming what Kreger was with Weapons and Barbarian. He's sort of being the next man up in the horror realm, and you can see why. He wrote and directed this, and he knocked this thing out of the park. Obsession is by far my favorite horror film that I have seen since, like, the Weapons Sinners, that duo that we got there. This is on that. So the story, if you haven't seen from the trailers, is about a young man named Baron, but he's nicknamed Bear, who was kind of a sad sack of a man. He's very timid, very shy. He has a crush on a girl that he's grown up with, that he's worked with. Her name's Nikki. He's just head over heels in love with her, but he hasn't been able to say anything to her, and she's kind of oblivious to the fact. But she goes on and says, like, "Yeah, I'm quitting work and I'm leaving." And this sort of gives him the impetus, like, "Oh, I need to make my move." um, and so instead of making his move to say how much he actually cares about her and wants to be with her, which she does give him the opportunity to say so, he chooses to use what is called a one wish willow. It's a thing that once you break it, you're allowed to have one wish. And his wish is that she is madly in love with him to the point of obsession. It is a very much a monkey paw. If anybody knows what that trope is for horror, monkey paw is a situation where somebody makes a wish. That wish, however, is granted. However, it comes with a great cost because you are basically, you're interfering with fate. You're interfering with what would have been and what could have been, and you're sort of putting a lot of people at risk. And so that is what happens here. And so Nikki does fall for him, but boy, does it come with a lot of baggage. It is this movie, from the moment that inciting incident happens with the breaking of the one wish willow to the end of this film, you are on the edge of your seat of both uncomfort, dread, and ick. Um, and as an audience, you kind of go back and forth where you originally open up the film and you're like, "Oh, Baron, I feel sad for you. You're such a sad sack." And then you're like, "Well, you did sort of put Nikki in this situation and kind of force her to be your girl. Oh, but it seems to be working out. Oh, crap. Oh, this is turning. This is turning." And there are a lot of moments where you see a little bit more into the character of Baron, and you're kind of like, "Well, you're a selfish prick too. And you put this upon her when fate has it, you would have had somebody else that actually was interested in you and you just weren't paying attention. And you forced this upon somebody else." And it gets real uncomfortable because you're watching this and you're sort of seeing Nikki be possessed by being sort of forced and not giving the onus to sort of control what it is that she's doing. And you have moments of we get a moment of her calling out to say, ask for help underneath this new version of love. And all the friends are sort of interacting like, wait, I know Nikki. The Nikki that I know would not have been as head over heels as she is in love with you. So all of this is coming and you get scares and jumps and just a lot of just insanity that happens in this really tight knit hour 45 ish minute movie that you don't feel it and you're kind of just on the edge of your seat. It causes the hairs on the back of your neck to go from start to finish. This is a tight knit film, runs great, cast great, directed great. It's super small, but it knows what it's doing and it knocks it out of the park. This is by far in my top 5 of the films that I've seen this year, and definitely horror wise, it's number one. If you are a horror fan, you need to get to the theaters to see this film. You need to watch this with an audience. There's some moments where, like with Weapons, it is icky, but it also has comedy, and a lot of the comedy comes out of being uncomfortable in the response that people have to the situations that are happening. It is very much. I haven't felt this ick or dread throughout a film since Midsummer. Like that's the last time that I was like, oh, well, this is just uncomfortable, but I can't stop watching. Um, so yeah, get to the theaters. If you're a fan, get to the theaters now. Blumhouse, you got one. You've been kind of batting pretty low percentages, but this is one for the ages. So on my scale of play it again, Sam, meh, I didn't mind that. Once is enough, or give me a time stone so I never have to think about this film again. This is 100% a play it again, Sam. This is going to go into my top 5, top 10 of the year, and probably closer, unless a hellstorm just happens in the back half of the year. It's going to be in the top 3, top 5 of the films that you need to see this year for my list, anyway. Have you seen Obsession? I don't want to go into any other details about this movie. Give you the synopsis, see it, let it wash over you, and then let's talk about it because this movie is nuts, and I love every moment of it. Have you seen Obsession? Go ahead with your thoughts and comments in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can follow us on X at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up on email at HollywoodAlreadydidit@gmail.com. We also have a podcast with the same name. That's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the place podcasts. We're there. And like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.